percentage. I need the only you rent it. Word.
What's up, guys? Back here with another episode of Rags to Riches, where we are trying to start people off on the right foot from, starting from the beginning of their entrepreneurial journey to, going into the riches. So, where our whole idea is to get everybody to where they want to be at in the future, where they want to be, whether they want to be rich, financially free, whatever the case is. So, Jazz, I believe we'll be here in 1 second, and we're gonna get to going. Our main topic today is what's your excuse? Meaning, what is your excuse of, why haven't you got to where you're going? There he is, right on cue. I'm going to add him real quick. Main thing is, why haven't you gotten, what's up, my man? I don't know if you can hear
What's
me.
up, bro?
There we
Happy
go. Cool.
Tuesday,
What's up, my man?
Thursday.
Thursday. Hey,
Thursday.
if you feel like that. If you feel like that. No, I was
Man,
mainly telling them our topic today, man, is really it's almost controversial, but it's what's your excuse? Because everybody got them.
ooh,
Everybody got them,
yeah.
man, and we're here to kind of show you like why haven't you got off that first step? And it's mainly because of your excuse, whether it be what's some excuses you begin, man,
Oh, I have my kids today, so I can't really work. Or
right?
well, I'm at work, so I can't really do real estate. So I have a job, I have a 9 to 5. I can't really, I don't know if I can spend a lot of my time doing deals,
Mm-hmm.
or it's too much. It's just too much studying. It's too much. I'm so tired of hearing these excuses, bro.
No, man. Hey, thing is, in fact, I wrote a list. I wrote a list of all the excuses I be getting, and you definitely hit like the top three already. Like it was, I have a
Hmm.
job, so I ain't got I have a W-2 job, so I can't focus on real estate and do my job at the same time. Which we gonna eventually hop on Zach Shelley on here eventually one of these episodes to talk about that. Um, I have a family, I have kids, I'm a father, I'm a wife. I can't really do real estate and take care of my kids, but me and you are both fathers and husbands, so I mean we're not making that excuse. I
Yep.
have no money. Me personally, I didn't start with any money. Jay, I don't know how did you start. You don't know if you started with any money. Really get into
Yeah,
real
I had
estate.
like $112 in my account, so
Yeah, you're a banker.
I don't know if that counts.
Yeah. Like you said, no experience. Like I ain't got no experience in real estate. There's plenty of people get started in real estate with no experience at all, zero, zilch. What
Hmm.
else? I tried for a month and I didn't get no results. I tried for 3 months, I didn't get results. Guess what? That happens. That happens to a lot of people. That's your own story. What else? I'm not a people person. I get that a lot actually. Like I'm not just a people person, and the biggest one that like frustrates me the most is that nobody wants to help me. Like when like somebody says no one wanted to help me, it's like you really didn't ask nobody. Because I guarantee you, like I can almost like put everything I love. I mean, I'm not gonna do that, but I feel like everything I want to do, like everything I like if like somebody out there is gonna help you. Like in this field, in this industry, there's so many go givers, and they go without mentioning. Like
100%.
so many people that just do things just because. Like myself, Jabs, plenty of times does stuff just because there's no for any benefit other than like seeing you succeed. So
Hmm.
that right there is like is no nonsense. So that's just a few, man. And our main thing about today is we want to talk about how we can overcome those excuses and what's honestly I want to dig into like what's the real problem, because those are excuses. I want to dig into like what's the real problem. So Jabs, like I want to talk about like what do you think those real problems are? Like over those excuses, like what do you feel like the real internal problem is?
So with some of the here's one thing that I want to talk about real quick.
Yeah, go
The
ahead.
I have kids the I have kids excuse,
Yeah.
when it comes to doing this, like being an a new entrepreneur entrepreneur period. Like it does involve work. Being a parent, that's work. Okay, we all know it. But being an entrepreneur is like, it's intense work. It's demanding. Just like having kids, it's demanding. You know what I mean? But You're not gonna tell your kids, "Oh no, I can't feed you because, you know, because my back hurt or something like that." You can't do that. So what you would what a lot of people have to understand is when you're making these excuses, you're telling your family, "Hey, look, I understand that I have to feed you. I understand that I have to provide a life for you, but I can't because I'm lazy. I don't want to work. I don't want to do these deals." So I don't know if y'all hear my kids in the background now, but no excuses. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's what you gotta do, man.
I don't allow my kids to be an excuse whenever I'm doing my work. So
Hmm.
how to overcome this, like how to overcome the I have kids, I can't work syndrome is if you have a spouse, I'll tell you one thing, my spouse helps me out a lot, a whole lot. My wife, she's like she's down to earth, super down to earth. She's super helpful. She was once a CNA. She was pursuing the what is that registered nurse or the medical field. She was pursuing that, so it has a little bit to do with where she was going, but she she's like super 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 helpful when it comes to this entrepreneur stuff, and she understands that it's not as easy as people make it seem. It's not a a get rich quick type of thing. You can't just come here, punch in on the clock, and boom, that's it. Like 3 hours of work and I'm done. Now, what you can do to overcome this, I have kids or I have my kids, I can't work or I can't do any of this stuff. One thing that I do is me and my wife, we have a schedule. Now, for the single people, there's still no excuse. I work as if I am single. I know this sounds terrible, but I work as if I'm single so that I don't have to rely on my wife. So if my wife,
Thanks.
if she's out, she's busy like right now. She's working right now. She's at work. So I have the kids. I have my mom. She's here. We're all chilling. But I'm literally on YouTube with my kids being loud as hell in the background. But I'm not making that my excuse. So a lot of people, you have to look and see things on the other side. Like, hey, I have my kids. It's just me. Okay, if you're on a call with a seller or something like that, hey, just be upfront, transparent. Hey, you might hear some kids in the background. I work from home. I'm still going to purchase your house. I'm going to help you out, but just know that my kids are in the background. People use their family as their excuses. Oh, I cannot do this because I have to be with my family today. Why don't you bring your family with you? Why don't you have your
Yep.
kids with you? If you're out driving for dollars, why don't you bring your kids to go drive for dollars with you? If you're making calls,
Love
why don't
doing
you have
that.
your kids sitting down watching something, keeping them occupied while you make your calls? I literally used to make my calls in this living room right here. I'm in my Mima's house right now. I used to make my calls in the other room, and I would potty train my daughter while she's watching. It wasn't Blippy, it was Baby Joy Joy. I
I
don't
hate
know if
Blippi.
anybody
Is that
knows
just
about
me?
Baby Joy Joy,
Do you
but
like Blippi?
I
I
love
hate
Blippy,
Blippi.
bro.
You
You
like Blippi?
tripping?
Well, I don't know. He's just weird to
I
me.
love
But that's
Blippy,
beside the point. I'm sorry.
but yeah,
It was triggering.
my it's two different Blippies.
Is it?
You don't like Blippy? Come on, bro.
Bro, Blippi is weird to me, bro.
But the I love Blippy, man. My kids like him, so I like him. So,
I feel that.
but it's just to say like we can't make any excuses. A lot of people they do that. They say they'll make their kids their excuse, and I understand we all have work. When I was working at a 9 to 5, this is what I was doing. While I was at my job, I was still making my job, right? Or I would delegate my calls to somebody else, and I would pay them if they were to close a deal. So instead of me using
Uh-oh.
my job as an excuse, it's like my work trash right now.
Yeah, I was like, you cutting out a little bit.
So I may have to let you kind of finish it off.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries. But I mean, yeah, like you're saying, like delegate tasks because I mean, you can't handle everything at once, essentially, right? And so, like having your wife there to support the kids, why you can't do that?
correct.
Having other people kind of delegate tasks for you, so you don't have to take all that load on yourself. Kind of helps out you, especially your mental. Like stress definitely gets in the way when you're working 24/7. I can definitely be a testament to that. I mean, I got Like honestly, I got like about four or five different. What's up, man? It's the cheeks, man. It's the cheeks for me.
No excuses, bro.
No, but it's like some people like me personally. I have like four or five different businesses I'm trying to run right now, where I have to delegate these things, like market affiliating, credit business, YouTube as in a social media business. What else? Clothes. I have a clothing line I've been working on. Like all those things takes time, and it
Nice.
takes like my energy and like all those kind of things. And so like, and that's not even including my real estate stuff. Like I have to also do that. So it's
Mm,
like it takes a lot out of me at a time where like you said, like I'm working like I'm single, and I'm relying on my wife to
yeah,
be able to. She's not here right now, but I'm still
yeah.
doing it myself. I got Blippy, not Blippy. I got Bible Man on. You know, it's better. So
Yeah,
he's taking care of it for the time being. But you make a way happen, like to kind of be here for these zooms. Like no nonsense. Like even though I'm here by myself with my daughter, I make sure that she's taken care of, and I go ahead and go to work. That's about it.
hmm,
Yeah.
I love it, bro. I
Fred,
love
what's
it.
up, my man? Fred been on the calls, man. Fred been on the calls. He been on the podcast. He been bringing deals from El Paso. Don't know why he in El
I
Paso, but
love
he
it.
gonna take it. But he been finding some good deals in El Paso.
I got a
So
deal out there that I just closed in El Paso. He may be
yeah,
close to this. I don't know
yeah,
if
he's
you're
close
if
to
you're.
it. It's the same zip code. He was the one that I was
Oh,
talking about, the El Paso deal.
oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
yeah. We gotta finish it because the agent being scary, but it's all good. She making
Yeah,
excuses. Yeah.
yeah. Ask her, what's your excuse? If I'm the
Yeah,
buyer, I'm ready to go. What's your excuse?
yeah, exactly. But no, so I mean, yeah, 100% agree with that. So I'm thinking that a lot of the reason that people are making these excuses, they'll say it's like the job thing, it's the no money thing, it's the no experience thing. They'll say that on the outside because it sounds good, but the real reason is if we get into the nitty gritty and we're being honest, they're lazy, they're not disciplined, they got shiny object syndrome where they want to go here, they want to go here. The only thing I'm saying that because I'm the same. I was the same way. So I know what y'all are thinking. Like I was the exact same way. So I had to be honest with myself and tell myself like, hey, I was being this way, and if I'm gonna seriously be like, be an entrepreneur and want to succeed in it, like I'm gonna have to get more disciplined. So it's a progress and work, man. It's not gonna come overnight.
I agree with you 100%. And next
Yeah.
time you say that about being lazy, next time at me. Don't try to throw shots.
No, bro, no. I'm telling you, that's definitely
I'm
me, bro.
messing with you.
How many times I want to see Netflix, bro? I gotta be like, I'm an anime
Yeah.
person. And when
Okay.
anime be like they be coming with those 20-minute episodes and they be
Yeah.
captivating me. So I want to watch the next episode. Like I really wanted to do that. I'm not a video
Mhm.
gamer, but like I'm an anime watcher.
Mhm.
Bigger Turtle was my first call. Fred, bro, I want to get you. I want to get somebody on here to talk about what their objections or what they feel like their excuses are, and I want them to own up to it and like have some really. Fred, are you able to get on here, man? I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm gonna send you a link anyways.
He's just gonna send him the link. What's your excuse, man? You got to get on here now.
No excuses. Uh,
But with
Go
the
ahead.
with the reason why we have this, we made this one today is because we want to make sure that entrepreneurs today, even if it doesn't have to have anything to do with real estate, we
Yeah,
want you guys to know, like, stop making excuses. We're nice, but when it comes to business, like, we got to give you like that tough love. Like, hey, look, put
yeah,
the BS excuses to the side. This is something that you're doing for your family. You know what I mean? At least this is my why. I have family. I want a mansion. I want a Lamborghini with a Yukon, and I want like a four-car garage. I want a 5,000 square foot two-story mansion. Like, anyway,
we got
but
the numbers
like,
involved. My man
but
know what I'm
I'm just
doing.
saying, like, guys, you guys can't make excuses when you come here, and every day there's something that you have to do every single day. You have to do it. You can't procrastinate. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Some mornings I procrastinate. Like, my wife, she'll get up, she'll get the kids ready. That's my job, not hers. You know what I mean? But I'm throwing it out there just to let y'all know we're not perfect. First things first, we're not perfect, but we do want to bring like this type of value to everybody. Just because we know people they struggle sometimes. Like, look, man, I got a job and I really don't want to do this. I don't want to make these calls or I can't make these calls because I have a job. Now, if that's the case, if you have like a 12-hour job that's like physically demanding, if you have some funds, you can start hiring people to make these calls for you.
Yeah.
If it's not real estate related, if you're like an insurance broker or insurance adjuster or something like that, guys, you can start delegating these tasks to somebody else, somebody who's willing to put in that time for you while you're working. That's something that I used to do. I was, I think I was like driving for Uber. I did that like full time. That was my favorite. I knew at that point I was a real entrepreneur because I did not want to clock in at a job. But
For real.
driving for Uber, it taught me, bro. Like I had to grind. I
Yeah.
couldn't, I can't make money if I'm not driving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm driving for like 2 hours, I'm only making probably $20 to $40, right? But if I drive for about, I would drive for like 12 hours, I at least make like $500 to $600 per day. My wife had no reason to mess with me.
You better than
No
me.
reason. No reason. And the reason why I did 12 hours was because Uber had a cutoff time. They wouldn't let
Yeah.
you go like for 12 hours. So, but I'm sitting here grinding, hustling, no matter what. But during that time while I was driving, I had someone cold calling for me. I also had someone door knocking for me. It was just stuff that I had to start delegating, but I didn't want to make an excuse. You know what I mean? I had a team. They were like high. They spoke highly of me, so I want to maintain this high what do you call that? I want to maintain this high character that they built
Yeah.
of me. So rather than me just be like, okay, you know what, I'm Ubering today or I'm working today, I can't do anything. Nah, let me go ahead and start delegating these tasks to somebody else that can do it so that I can't make an excuse. I want to make money. I want to live a much better life. I want my family to live a better life. I want to provide a better way of life for them. And in order for me to do that, I know I'm going to have to, I can't make any excuses. I just can't make no excuses. So
Nah, I feel that.
a lot of the excuses come from being lazy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's okay. That's why we're here. It is okay. Like you guys have like-minded people. That's why we're all here. But some people they have a big challenge with procrastinating. I still to this day sometimes I procrastinate. I'm supposed to make calls and I didn't make them like until 20 minutes later. Like the time is now, not later on, not 20 minutes from now, not oh I'll start this real estate stuff 3 weeks from now. Nah, the time is right now. Let's get it now. Let's get it right now so that I can set a better life for myself for the future. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where are you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but guys, we can't make excuse that you come up with. Find a solution for that excuse. I got a job. Okay, you got a job, you got some money, delegate those tasks. Find you a VA that you can hire. Let them make some cold calls. Let them send out text messages. Oh, I have my kids. Bring your kids with you. If you're going out to networking events, one thing about me, if I can't take my kids, I can't go. So
Facts.
the whole I got kids excuse. Look, if you're going out to a networking event, hey, look, bring your kids with you. Let them network. Let everybody know you're why. That's what I do all the time. My kids help me
That's low
close
key a
deals.
plug on the
You
cool.
know what I'm
That's low
saying?
key. Yeah, the kid, like the kid, people like that, and they notice that because like you probably the only one there
Yeah.
with a kid, and they gonna be like, oh, you brought your
Hmm.
daughter, you brought your son, like you want to come up to you, say, hey, like you really motivated. And they see that and they want to talk to you.
Yep.
Like that's gonna just bring you more attention. So
They
that's what's
love
up.
that, bro. They love that.
I
So
love that, man.
if you
I was
have
a
a
fellow
child,
Uber driver too, so I get that.
oh really?
I did Uber, I did DoorDash,
Yeah.
I did what's it called, Spark
Lyft.
from Walmart.
Ooh.
I did, yeah. They be paying some good money over there too. But like, no, the thing is that was actually my turning point because like I was doing that so much, and I was like,
Hmm.
bro, I can really be doing so much more with my time than getting paid like here and here, and like I was
Yeah.
really hustling for that like that money. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't getting no
You hustling.
$500 a day. I wasn't like you. I don't know how you're doing that. You must have like Uber Super or something like that. But
Uber Super.
I was out there like at like the like munchy hours because I knew people would start ordering at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be
Yeah.
driving around there doing all that kind of stuff. But no, like that's what kind of turned me to the point where I was like, I gotta stop doing this. So I gotta like hit the there my man Fred at. I gotta hit the ball rolling. Fred, I'm gonna hop Fred on here to see like what do you feel like your excuses and let me see. There we go. My man, what's up?
There we
How's
go.
everybody doing?
Doing
Good,
well,
man. How
doing
you
It's
doing?
well.
good to be with y'all, man. I've been
Yeah,
missing y'all. I had to set my notifications this time and just turn the TV on and just sit here in front of it until
I
y'all
get
came
it.
on, man. I'm glad I made it.
No, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Always staying involved and staying connected with us.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but to answer your question, my excuses, uh, there was no excuses. Uh, I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm looking at retirement,
Hmm.
and I watched my father in his retirement. He had a good job too.
Yeah,
But when he got to that retirement age, man, the quality of his living, it
yeah.
just went down
Hmm.
because I think we need to have uh, assets that we can rely on, uh, so we don't have to struggle when we get older. Because when we young, that's the time that we're supposed to be building ourselves up. So when we get older, we don't have to do all that stressing and straining. So my excuse was I wasn't going to be broke. I wasn't planning on being broke when I got old.
Yeah.
So, and I've always been interested in real estate. So, I just took that plunge. Just took the plunge.
Yeah. And so, Fred, when I met you, I think I met you at your very first networking meetup, right? Right. That was
Yes, sir.
about a little bit over a month ago or so, maybe 2 months ago. Right.
Yes,
So yeah. So
mhm.
when you've been wanting to get in real estate before then, though, right?
Of course. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had started. I started this business a year ago. As
Yeah.
a matter of fact, it's 1 year in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And my hurdle was I was analyzing everything too much instead of
Mhm.
actually taking action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
The
I
analysis
saw,
paralysis.
yeah, I saw how Pace was saying, man, analysis paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
so I just started taking action, man, and I came across the meetup, and so I just went ahead and came out, man, and hooked up with you guys, and uh, that was one hurdle that I got over, because I guess I'm kind of shy, and so
one
and
thing,
so
one thing Max Maxwell told me was get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And so after that meetup, the next hurdle I had to overcome was making calls. I think a lot of us get into when we first starting out, we scared to hear that no.
Mm-hmm.
We
Hmm.
scared to we don't know what to say. That's why you see a lot of people make scripts
Yeah.
and they be pushing scripts off on people because we don't know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
But the only real thing that you have to do is just take that first step and call.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yeah.
if you know what your buyers are looking for, you can just ask those simple questions. And
Mm-hmm.
then after you get those answers, then you'll tell them you'll get back to them and then take it from there. But you can't be afraid to hear no,
Yeah.
Yep.
because we hear, and that's not just in real estate, that's in life, period.
Exactly.
You will never get anywhere if you're afraid to take a chance. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Being stuck on the sideline all day long. And the biggest thing where like you have to kind of shift your mindset is nowadays, like what you said, like a lot of people don't want to hear no. Now, like I love to hear no. Like I can't wait to hear no because as many no's as I hear, I know I'm gonna get my next yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to hear as many no's as I can because like when I get to that 25th no, that 26 is like my average. Then I'm gonna hear that yes, so I'm getting closer and closer. So, just shifting your mindset into like wanting to hear that next no, and that's hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard to do and hard to understand a lot of people.
And let me add something. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
this. Just imagine that you work in a 9 to 5 job.
Hmm.
Unless you the CEO of somebody, you eventually gonna hit a ceiling, and that's gonna be your no. So how I look at it is, I might as well create my own situation to where I don't have any ceilings.
Hmm.
And so this real estate business, there's the sky's the limit. The only thing that will hold you back is you and the amount of effort that you put into it, and the network that you have, the people that you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I met up with you guys, because what y'all done for me is invaluable. And so um, yeah, you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to hear that no. You got to go for it. You got to take that chance. You got to take.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I like what you did, Fred, is like you, even though like you took so many tries and you've been working on a minute, you haven't stopped your grind like at all. Like your
You know,
hustle, like from when I first met you, like you still doing the same thing. So I don't see anything wavering at all from you. Like you still got the same hustle you had when I first met you, and if not more, honestly. And I don't know if that's just built up confidence over time or what it is, but that's the right mentality to have.
here's another thing. I think a sense of urgency
Hmm.
will make people take that leap of faith.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
100%.
Yeah. That sense of, okay, well, the lights are gonna get cut off next month. I just got laid off. I need to do something to
Before
make
your
some
pay
money.
come
Hmm.
in.
And this is the best. I'm telling you, real estate is the best way for us to get and grow wealth.
Yeah.
And so I don't understand why everybody, if even, and I got a full-time job, and I'm at work on my breaks, looking
Facts.
up properties, calling.
Yeah, there you
I'm on
go.
my lunch.
He be calling me
And
on the
Damien
break.
can tell you, I'm emailing him,
He be calling me on
and
the break.
Diego, I'm emailing these guys because I eventually want to get to where I can walk away and
Mhm.
do this full time. Once I get there, then I know it's a rocket ship.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, hundred
Yeah.
percent. Yeah, me and Fred, we gonna get a deal done, man. It's gonna be one of these El Paso deals you're giving me. It's gonna be one of them. If it's not going, the thing is, I really like the multifamily one, the nineplex one, whatever it is, something like that.
Ooh.
I was trying to hit you up about that one, Jabs.
Man, it's so
That
many.
was,
I
that
got,
was a good one.
man,
It was creative.
it's ooh. I'm
It
just
was
I'm
creative.
just trying to what and here's another thing that I want to ask you brothers, if y'all could,
Go ahead.
because I know y'all doing the master class. As a beginning wholesaler, I feel that I'm bugging you guys and taking away your time.
Mm.
So what I want to try to do, and what I think all beginners should try to do, is uh, learn how to analyze the property or underwrite. I don't know if it's underwriting, and that way you will know what you could offer, and then if you get it down, you can send it to the potential investor. That way you won't, uh, as I say, keep bugging them, or having them do something that you could do. You could add more value to what you bring to the table. And so if y'all can, man, y'all please do some podcasts on how to do that, because
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
take the
Underwriting.
burden off of you guys a lot.
I like it.
Yeah.
Underwriting.
No,
So
100% underwriting. Yeah, go ahead, Jabs.
that's actually a few that's one of our main topics that we wanted to cover, so that we can, just like you just said, like we wouldn't be wasting time trying to run comps, and kind of, because what we're doing is we're basically going, we're I got to a point to where one of my buyers, like, he don't even have to ask me questions about ARV repairs and all of that stuff. He's just like, hey, what's the purchase price on this one? Oh, well, here it is. All right, cool. It looks good to me. Let's go ahead and get it. But that comes from me. I'm gonna be honest. That came from me comping over like 200 properties a day, so that I wanted to be the best. That was my weakness. Like, one of my greatest weakness was comping. I didn't know how to run comps. I would cross major roads not knowing that's I'm breaking a rule. I would go like 2 miles outside of the subdivision. Like, I didn't know, but I
Mhm.
started kind of like studying, and I had someone help me out with running comps. But that is something that we should definitely talk about, and we have that on our agenda to cover analyzing properties, cash deals, wholesale deals, creative deals, um, and running comps, so that you guys or the newer wholesalers would understand exactly what we're looking at and what we're looking for. Not all investors are the same, but everybody's in the same ballpark. Like, nobody is like way off. You know what I'm saying? So if,
Mhm.
for example, if your ARV is like 245 and mine is like 230, well, I'm actually buying it. So of course I'm going to be much lower than you, because I'm using either my money or someone else's money. You're wholesaling it, so you're like, I'm looking at it, I see a house or three houses sold for 245, but the investor, and see, there go my kids. But the investor, they may look at it, or me, I may look at it and say, hey, I want to discount, a couple $1,000 just in case something goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we're in the same ballpark. But yes, that 245 ARV is that is, you supported it with your comps, you supported it with, you justified the ARV with your comps. You showed me that they're in the same subdivision, they're similar in square footage, they're similar in age, all of that stuff. But
Okay.
it, I definitely want to kind of, actually, maybe next Tuesday we can go over analyzing and comping. Maybe all next week we can just
Yeah, we
go
go over
over that.
confident. I can go over confident every day, honestly. And because the thing is, like, that's what's needed, like, and to help out, get people's like perspective. Because I mean, like you said, everybody comes different, and
Hmm.
like just going over that like daily and habitually, just it makes you that much better, especially ourselves whenever we're comping. Um, but that's kind of like what we need to kind of get to the next step, and it helps us out whenever somebody already knows how to comp, because it takes that off our belt. Because the thing is, even if you comp it correctly, I'm still gonna double check it. So
Right.
I'm still gonna do my due diligence to make sure you're right. But yeah,
Yeah, one hundred
but
percent.
just like Jeff said, like with him and his relationship with his buyer, now his buyer like just trusts him so often. It's like, well, whatever he say, like I know we always on the same page. I'm gonna just go ahead and whatever it is, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and grab that.
Hmm.
So that'd be
Not every
dope.
buyers are like that though. No, I'm just being honest.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah,
you
no,
got to
100%.
build
Especially
a
now.
strong relationship with them in order for them to be able to trust you like that. Yeah, you got to build
Mhm.
like a pretty strong relationship and show them, hey, here's my comps. And that's going to take building that relationship with your buyer. I know some people, they're transactional, and then some people are just strictly relationship built. One of my team members, Bree, she told me, she was like, rather than us just building our cash buyers list, why don't we build actual relationships with these buyers, so that whenever we send them deals, whenever we call them, they won't ignore our phone calls, they won't ignore our text messages. I'm like, whoa, that gave me a totally different perspective about cash buyers. So I'm like, okay, well, I think that's something that we need to focus on, building more relationships versus just scraping people from Facebook groups and bandit signs and add them to our list and just hoping that
Mhm.
they'll, look at our deals. So I think developing and building the relationships will help you get to that point to where you don't even have to show them comps or anything. Like, hey, here's what I'm asking for this price. Here's my ARV. Here's all of that. You know what I'm saying? Buy this deal from me. They're always going to answer the phone. Those are like the best buyers, to be honest. The ones that pick up the phone when you call, because they know it's a business call and they know that it's a really good deal. Or there's another thing I was thinking, and I'm glad we're talking about this topic. Another thing I was thinking was, I know I have a good, I know my buyer trusts me, or I know I have a good relationship with a buyer. If I can present him a deal that I'm not too sure on, if I can present him a deal and it's not under contract yet, and I say, hey, where do you need to be on this deal in order for me to make a little bit of money and you make a profit as well? Here's where the sellers are, but where would you need to be so that I can renegotiate this deal with my sellers? And they'll tell you
Right.
straight up. That's when you develop a really, really, really good relationship with your buyer. They're not trying to sneak around you, go get that deal. They're like, hey, look, this is where I need to be. I'm not too far from where your seller is, so squeeze your fee in and I'll buy from you at this price.
Yeah.
That's when you develop a really good relationship with your buyer.
Okay.
But my bad for the loan.
No. I mean,
Oh no.
even if that, like, the thing is, at that point, once you have like a good 5 of those, that's really all you need. Like at that point,
Yep.
like all you really need is like a good handful, like 5, maybe 6, 7, and then like those are your go tos. Like off the top, those are my go tos. And if they don't, none of them want it, then I can ship it out to everybody else. Like blast it out there if I want to. As long as you have like a
Yeah.
good like 5 to 7, like I mean, those are your cash buyers, and like just build up a good 5 to 7. Same thing with my realtors. Like when I do like realtor outreach, I really only have like a good 5 to 7, maybe even 10 realtors that like I really work with heavy, and like those on maybe like at that point that just kind of helps me like kind of facilitate deals right now while I'm like kind of doing a solo. But like once I start expanding, like I mean, I'm sure they'll be able to, that's more than enough deals to kind of come through where I can work them out monthly.
Love it. Love it, man.
So man,
Love it.
well, I appreciate you coming out here being vulnerable, opening up, telling us where you see some fixing up to do. But I mean, I have no doubt. I mean, we gonna get one of these El Paso deals going, man. Let me know when. What's the name? Rosa,
Yvonne.
Yvonne. Is it Yvonne?
Yvonne and Rosa.
Yeah, Yvonne,
I
Rosa,
got some
Kenya,
more. I got
Kenya.
some more monthly properties. I just need to. If I could underwrite them, then it'll be a wrap. I'd already been and either eliminated them or sent them on. But yeah, I got it. It's so many out there. It's it's good. We just gotta get them on the same page with us,
Yeah,
and then move on it.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, whenever they're open for a conversation, like I'm definitely ready for whenever she's ready for that. Like as soon as we can get things going. I know Kenya's ready, right?
Yeah,
Kenya, okay, Kenya's ready.
she
Okay,
she she's waiting for it. I got hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me look
that,
at this real
that
quick.
might be something.
Kenya, yeah. Did you get that email that I sent
I
from
got the
her?
email of the rent rolls and everything.
Okay,
Yeah, I got
okay.
that.
Is that what you?
Um,
That's what you was asking for,
yeah,
correct?
that's what I was asking for. So yeah, no, definitely gave us that. So I just need to underwrite it. Honestly, at that point, I need uh one of the days I'm gonna get Jabs on there to help me underwrite it. Uh, but no, it seems like it's a good deal. I mean, I'm glad she got everything's basically what's it? What I'm thinking? Not vacant. The other one occupied, which is good. And they're not really asking for too much, honestly. I don't think so. So and
And
they're open to doing creative too. So that's the main squeeze with it.
and
So
and I also have another one that's interested. They just want to see, and I don't know if we could do this. They want to see our offer, uh, so they can consider it in contract form. I don't, I'm
yeah,
like we all know, I'm still young, so I don't know if we could, if that's how we roll. But
yeah, no, we can,
they're
we can set up
they're
a Zoom and
definitely
talk about
interested.
it. Yeah, we can set up a Zoom and talk about it because that's why I told Rosa last time. I was like, I don't like sending things in writing because that gives them an option just to not come back to me. So I was like, instead of things getting misconstrued, like let's hop on a Zoom and we can walk through it together. And
Okay,
that way we can all be on the same page and nothing kind of gets overlooked. But yeah,
okay. And on that deal with Yvonne, yeah, we need to talk,
yeah. No, I
because
got you.
there's some things that you need to consider that will greatly impact the price.
Okay, bet. I'll definitely be on for that, man. If you honestly down after this call, I can definitely do that too.
You said give her a call.
Yeah, no, yeah. After this, Zoom,
Okay,
give her a call. Yeah, definitely.
okay, yeah.
All right, brother.
Cause
Yeah.
all right,
Oh, oh,
all right, man. It was good. It was good. Peace.
all right,
Likewise, brother.
all right, all right.
All right, man.
I seen you asking for people's excuses. Karen, let's hear from you. What do you feel like? What do you feel like is holding you back? What's a hurdle right now? I want to hear from you. I don't know who else is on here. Don't really tell me who's on here though. But I know Karen's on here. If you want to just put down what you think might be a hurdle for you, or what's something that like you can't, or obstacle that you feel like you can't get over right now, or it's gonna take you some time to get over. Let's talk about it, man. Because I guarantee you're not the only one going through it.
For sure.
Did
Damien,
you?
I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you work? How do you work with you, your wife, and your daughter? I know you're okay. You're first of all, you're a father, you're
Hmm.
a husband, you're a man of God. Like, how do you balance all of that stuff?
Man, and it's honestly, where's that thing at? I had to document everything. So I have this right here.
Yeah.
It's called a
Okay.
finisher journal. I basically keep everything in here. Like I actually write like you call it a diary, call it a journal, call it a notebook,
Yeah.
whatever. I document everything on a time block like my whole day, from like 5 a.m. to probably like 12 a.m. and the next day. Like I have everything itemized, like how what I need to do, and I try not to deviate from it.
Right.
Um, but spending time with family is definitely important. Spending time with God is even more important to me. So like whenever I'm going to like my Bible study or going to church, like I just make sure that I don't schedule anything around that time. Any calls around that time, I'm a call me back later, whatever the case is. I think it's just staying disciplined and staying diligent to like what you have set in stone, and don't let anybody else kind of waver from it. And
Mm.
I'm a caring person. Like I care a lot for people,
Yeah.
and when I can't help somebody, that hurts me sometimes.
Yep.
But like I have to get
Yep.
out of that. Like when I can't take a call sometimes, or I can't like get back to somebody, or I can't help somebody do something real quick. Like my heart is telling me I really want to. That's just the
Yeah.
kind of person I am, and it comes to the point now, like that I'm like kind of far into this. Like I got to say no. Like I got to learn how to say no
Mhm.
to people.
And it's
Uh,
hard.
it's hard. It's hard because I be knowing the answer, and I'll be like, I want to explain it to you, but I just sometimes I gotta be like, nah, I gotta handle what like is on my schedule right now for my time blocking. And
Right.
so that's what I kind of use. I use my notebook. I use leveraging the word no a lot, or maybe getting back at people like when it's a better time for me to do something,
Yeah.
and not taking things so personal. Like whenever I can't help somebody out when I really want to. So, um, yeah, being patient with yourself, man. Talking to God about everything. I'm
Yeah.
definitely a big faithful person. But same question for you, man.
So, what is the question?
Yeah, because you're a husband, you're a father of
Right.
two. That's more than
Hmm.
me, and you're faith filled. And so, like, what? How do you juggle all that?
Well, kind of like I was saying earlier, dude. Like I heavily, as much as I don't like to, but I heavily rely on my wife
Hmm.
because she 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 has the burden that I don't have. I have the burden that she don't have. So me as the head of the household, the breadwinner, all of that good old stuff, I have to make sure that I'm providing a life, a way much better life where we grew up. I want my kids to grow up in, you know what I'm saying, like in a much better space. Like I don't even want them to know what cuss words are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
facts,
but
facts.
I'm being funny. Um, but I really honestly I rely heavily on my wife. She helps me out a lot. Whenever I am doing stuff like this, she's usually the one watching the kids for me. And that's like a big burden off of my back. I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes it's not easy having the kids, trying to make sure that, you know, you create this better life for you and you want to create this passive income and all of that stuff. Like it's a lot that comes
It's a lot.
with it. It's a lot. You know, you got to make sure that you manage your team correctly. You got to make sure that you're on top of your calls. You got to make sure that you even brushed your teeth and took a shower that day. Like
For real.
you're dealing with a lot. But what helps me out and what kind of balances me is I have my wife. She man, and not only do I have her, but I got family also that helps out. You know, If I need them to, they can help me out, watch the kids and stuff like that. But for the most part, if I don't have that help, okay, I'm in straight grind mode. Here, kids, y'all come with me. Y'all working with daddy. Be quiet. I'm gonna put on some baby Joy Joy, maybe some Blippy. Shout out to Blippy.
Yeah,
Damien is not messing with
yeah.
Blippy, but
Blippi get
I'll
on my
throw some
nerves,
stuff
bro.
on. But I'll throw something on for them, and I'll get in my zone, bro. I'll get in my mode. I'll get in my work mode where can't nobody take that away from me. Like if you try to come in between me, my kids, and my work, it's just not happening. But I set time aside, for them. Even if it's like an hour or 2 hours out of the day, I at least spend my time with them, letting them know like, hey, I still love you. Our daddy's still here, but also dad has to work. This
Hmm.
this it's not a job, but this career is demanding.
Yeah.
So once we get it to where it's just straight automated, where the business no longer needs me, then I'll have like 24 hours to spend with my family, right?
Yeah.
But in order for me to get there, I got to do what I have to do right now, which is hustle every single day, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to make sure that I have to make sure that I'm in a place where I can concentrate, I can think correctly. I know how to calculate my next moves. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing it for my family and for me. Plus, I got to get a mansion and a Lamborghini, bro. It's my goal.
in the in the
In the
yeah,
Yukon, man.
in the Yukon,
So,
5,000 square foot home.
but but what really helps me out, man, it's just 100% honest. It's my wife. My wife helps me out a lot. So if you are a husband, if you are a wife, if you have a spouse, if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, like let them know that they're helpful. They're helping you out just as much as you're helping them out. Sometimes you may have, and my wife, she definitely sees the vision, but sometimes your spouse, they may not see the vision.
Yeah,
They may not see what you see. Like, hey, look, in a couple years or maybe in a couple months, we about to make like $10,000 a month. Like
yeah,
we ain't got to go to work. They may not see that. You just gotta actively do it. Like you don't have to kiss their behinds and let them know, look, I'm showing you what I'm doing. No, you don't have to do all of that. Just take action. Take action. Show them what you're doing. That's how I got my wife on board. She's now working with me.
hmm,
It took me like 7, 8 years to get her to slowly become an entrepreneur. But she
man.
started seeing, he's like, all right, babe, like I'm already helping you out with the kids. I'm helping you keep the clothes folded. I'm helping you with cleaning up. She does everything,
I was like, don't tell me that, man. It takes 7 to 8
bro.
years. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm in year one. It ain't even a year yet. Like but no, that's motivation though. Like I love that. That's great.
Yeah, man. But if y'all have like spouses, man, y'all like if y'all have a spouse that is in the entrepreneur space, like help them out, encourage them, keep them encouraged. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Because they're trying to help you build a better life. You may not see their vision, but trust me, y'all are going somewhere. Y'all are going somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, but that was a long answer.
No, that was good. And to add on to that, like the thing is, what I had to learn with Courtney is I can't force her to like want to be an entrepreneur or to like understand like my business per se, or just even want to run her own business. I can't like force her to do that.
hmm
What I can only do is support her in whatever she's interested in. And so, like, the more like I focused on that instead of because like first I wanted her to be a property manager. I wanted to be, I wanted her to be so many things. I wanted to be my TC. I said, oh, you can be a TC, or you can be my property manager, or you can like that's things that I really needed to fill in the spots because I was doing too much with those. But like the more
hmm
I was like, let me just fall back. Like, what do you want to do? Like, you just like if you want to provide value for like you see all these things I'm doing. Like, what do you feel like you can like contribute? And then she kind of
hmm
brought up social media. It's like I went to school for journalism. One time I was like, okay, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I mean, let's figure something out.
Yeah.
So at that point, I let her do a thing. I said, hey, look, I'm gonna support you whatever you do. So I bought some courses for social media management, how to do it, a VA services. I did all that kind of stuff, and she really grown to love it. And now she editing videos for people. Now she doing all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now she doing her own kind of business. Now she actually likes doing it. So like
That's
now I'm like,
dope.
okay, the more that I just fell back from it and let her do her own thing, and then just follow behind her and support her, now she's like, like now she sees the vision. Like now she's trying to quit teaching next year. So
Oh,
yeah, so we're gonna be both at the cribbo. both on lives, you know.
I
But no,
love it, man.
yeah, it's great, man. I love that. I had another question for it, but it's a little controversial, and it has nothing to do with uh, excuses. So I might save it. But
Okay.
I'll leave a trailer. It's to do with your spouse and you guys. How do you feel about 50-50 relationships and like the men providing everything or the women providing something or whatever the case is? But that would be a topic.
Ooh. I,
Uh,
that's
yeah,
a bro. Oh my goodness. You gonna this one gonna be it's gonna ruffle some feathers with a
because
lot of
I
people.
mean
I already know it.
I feel like my answer is a little different than most, but it is what it is. Like I don't know.
Today,
um, I don't.
I wish I had my wife right here. 'Cause I was like, should I answer this question right now? I want to so bad. I'll
Go
just give you like a quick 2 second
ahead.
answer.
Yeah.
I don't care how anybody feel about it. I'm just being 100% honest. Today's economy, there is no. It is if you making, of course, if the man is making, if he's making, if he's able to make,
10, 15K month type
you know what
thing.
I'm saying? If we making 15,000, $20,000 a month, all right, bills, mortgage, car notes, all of that stuff. All right,
Vacations,
cool.
all that
Put it
kind of
on
good
me.
stuff.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Put it all on me. But in today's economy, if we're both working 9 to 5 jobs and we're making, you know what I'm saying, like minimum 2,000, a month, like total, yeah, hey, babe,
Bro.
listen, we
Hey.
50-50 in everything. I'm talking about we both coming to the table with 50% of everything because I feel like that 50% of if we're both sharing ownership of something, bro, we both have to pitch in. Like I don't want to. First of all, I'm not living for just you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm here to cater to you, make you happy, but I'm not about to just sacrifice all of my hard work and just to I can't do that. Like I gotta make sure that I'm in a happy space to make you happy too,
Hmm.
and let we got kids too. So you talking about vacations, buying you shoes, taking you out. I can't do that if I'm paying all the bills and the rent or mortgage. Like I said, I know it's gonna ruffle some feathers. I really don't care about how people feel, but in today's economy, if it was back then where gas was like 99 cents or $1, and our rent is like $450, $500, all
Yeah.
right, cool, yeah, I'm big boss. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay everything. Don't worry. But in today's economy, I just don't see that. I see a couple actually. They're both. Yes, the man is a provider. I
Mhm.
stand on that 100%. I stand on that. I'm actually doing that now. But if you're
Until you
both
get to that
making,
point,
yeah,
hey.
yeah, right now, babe, you got to understand. I love you. You beautiful. You pretty and everything. But hey, I can't love you with all these bills and you pile all this
Hey,
stuff up on
man.
me. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's coming like just real talk. Like I know people was taught like, hey, man's supposed to take care of everything. That's I 100% agree with that. But if the finances aren't in place where the man or the head of the household cannot, cover everything, including your bills, and I think it should be 50-50. I'm perfectly fine with 50-50. Not saying that
Absolutely.
I'm going to be lazy and not do my part. I'm
Hmm.
saying that you bring 50, I bring 50. We share the load when it comes to like washing, doing all like the chores and stuff. I got all of that stuff. Don't worry about that. But if the man is providing everything and he's barely making it with his finances, I don't think that the man should be, 100% like everything is supposed to be on him. I'm sorry, especially if we're not in the financial place to do that.
Oh yeah.
But that's
I
my
think
take on it.
honestly, I think that's an episode in itself. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like us
Hmm.
talking about from starting from the bottom, especially like if you're a couple starting from the bottom and you trying to get to the riches type thing. Like it's gonna take some. It's gonna take some. Hey, babe, you gonna have to support me a little bit while I do a little bit of this, so I get on my feet, and then maybe we can change positions and get to that point.
Yeah,
That'll be a whole. I think that like, a lot of people can agree with that, especially like you said nowadays. We'll make an episode about that. If y'all want to hear about that, definitely drop some comments in the or drop some comments and let us know if y'all be interested in something like that. So I would love to talk about that. I might get my wife on here so we could talk
yeah.
about it, and that'd be cool. She'd be down.
Let's get both of them on here.
Bet, bet. No, we can definitely get them on there. Let me see what Karen said. I don't think of what I'm encountering hurdles. I think the biggest thing that I had to embrace was that there was ways to do what I am called to do in this business without knowing everything. It says continued. There are ways to work with others who are willing to and want to collaborate in order uh, to get things done. So yeah, collaboration for competition all day long. I'm all
Mm-hmm.
I'm all day about collaboration over competition and talking to more people, figuring out different ways how to do things. Um, yeah, just taking a leap if just talking to people and figuring out what's some other ways that I can do something instead of just thinking one minded or one way or one minded or however that kind of phrase is. Cool. Yo, what's up, my man?
Ooh, he put some good stuff up in here.
You want to get that one?
Okay, he said, "What is your favorite lead source? I've been hearing probates, tired landlords, eviction lists are real good. What are some you do for agents, both cash and creative? As far as agents, Joel, you know how I feel about agents. I only talk to agents that's open to creative. Like they have to be open minded. But my favorite lead source, honestly, is just reaching out. It's the just like people do wholesale outreach. I'm sorry, agent outreach. I do wholesale outreach. I have not pulled any list since I think like 2020, the beginning of 2022. I have not pulled a list. I have not pulled any leads. I get all of my leads from wholesalers that's either new or investors that don't have time to do any of the marketing. So what they usually do, and we call it the Lonza method inside the sub two community. If y'all don't know what that is, just DM me and ask us about it. But I pretty much reach out to all the new wholesalers and all the seasoned investors that don't have time to run a business. I just say, hey, look, then skip trace a list, go pull a list, skip trace it. I'll go ahead and run that list for you. I'll do all of the talking, the texting, I'll follow up, I'll do all of that stuff. But you just send over those leads and I'll close them. And so, but to answer the first question, what's your favorite lead source? It's really honestly wholesale outreach for me.
Yeah.
But the type of leads that I think that's what you're asking. But the type of leads is yes, probate's a really good list. I wouldn't necessarily cold call them. I'll probably text them versus cold call because they will cut you out. Tired landlords, those are a really good list. Of course, you got the pre foreclosures. Kevin Cho, he loves him and Christian Hernandez. They love the low or no equity leads.
Hmm.
Those are really good lists to pull. You also have people that file for bankruptcy. You have the tax delinquent list. There's a few more I can't think on the top of my head. Um, the next question you said was, what are some you do for agents, both cash and creative? You may have to elaborate on that question. I don't think I have a full understanding of that.
Yeah. Um, I don't know if he means what are some lead sources that we do for agents, or what are some, I guess, yeah, what are some lead sources for agents in on cash and creative. I mean, obviously for cash it probably just all market, um just on market leads.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's more creative, it kind of gets more of you want to reach out to the ones that already heard all the cash offers. The ones that already heard all the cash offers, the ones that's been like 90, 100 days on the market already. So they've been through the ringer as far as
Mm.
low cash offers. They don't want to hear nothing about no more low cash offers. And then those would be the ones that you want to kind of pick up and say like, hey, I know you got cash offers. Like it's not moving. So like, what's something else we can do? And just figure out from that point, like, how can we get more creative with it to kind of figure out where we need to be at. Um, yeah. So
Okay.
just time on the market. You can also go like expired listings. Those definitely aren't one agents because you're going straight to the sellers at that point. But yeah, let me see. See what Karen said. The mindset of many investors is different and refreshing. There are actually people will help just because they care. I am
Mm-hmm.
like that. Connecting with others of like perspective is appreciated. Absolutely.
Love it. Love
Absolutely.
it.
Which one of you are connectors? Japs is definitely
Me.
Jazz is definitely the connector. Out of like I be connecting. Like if I ain't got connections like that. Like Jab's got a connection with.
Yeah.
Have you guys monetized referrals yet? I don't think you even do that, Jabs. I don't know, but I don't think you personally like I know if you guys know Victor, I know he really does that, and there's nothing wrong with
Oh
that. I
yeah.
mean, it's nothing really. That's his business model. I mean, he got a lot of
Mhm.
connections for a reason. Like, and he charges for it. So if you want his services, that's what it is. Um,
Yep.
but I don't. I think you. I don't know if you really do that per se. Uh, you want to elaborate
So
on that?
the only time I would, so the question is, have you guys monetized referrals yet? You can. It kind of depends on the relationship. Like if it's somebody that I don't know, I probably would stay in the deal just to make sure that, like for example, someone came to me and asked, "Hey, do you have any private lenders that you want to send over to me?" My answer is always no.
Mm-hmm.
That took time and that took effort and energy for me to build that relationship. But if it's like Damien or somebody, I know him, I trust Damien. Hey, Damien, yeah, man, I can connect you with Angie. She helped me with this property over here. Here's her phone number. But if it's someone that like, if they just straight up ask me, and I love the directness, but if they just straight up ask me and we had no relationship or anything like that, I don't know you. I don't know what type of person you are. I don't know if you're going to actually pay my private lenders that I'm giving you access to. I don't know them at all. Well, hey, look, I'm going to stay in the deal. I have to get paid some type of a consultant fee or something. Like you're going to have to pay me for this connection right here, uh, because this connection is going to help you out in your business. And if I just give it to you, I mean that could be my reputation right there.
Yeah.
If I hand you this phone number, if I hand you this access to someone that I've built and developed a relationship with, and you come and you miss a payment or you just stop making payments or you burn that relationship with my private lender for whatever reason, they're going to come and look at me. Well, Jazz, this is your person. You brought them to me. So will I monetize off of that? I probably would because that's a relationship that I'm involving you in and I don't even know you. Um, let me see. So I have to like to answer that question, have you guys monetized referrals yet? I have not. I can, but I don't. I'm more of a relationship person. So Joel, if you ask me, hey, um do you have a lender that you can recommend? Here's what I would do. Just being 100% honest. Hey Joel, have you closed any deals yet? Have you done any fix and flips? Do you own any rentals? Because it'll tell me what type of person you are. If you
Yeah.
haven't done any rentals, if you answer the question, say no, I have not done any rentals. Okay, my next question is, are you partnering with someone who has rentals? And you say no, I'm probably not going to be the guy for you. I may would have to tell you no, I can't do that because if you have no experience, you don't have anybody that you're partnering with. I can't trust you and allow you. And I'm not talking to you, Joel, but I can't allow you to speak or build a relationship with my lender and you guys fall out because I didn't do my due diligence correctly. That's my reputation. I love my reputation.
Yeah.
Just being
Right.
100% honest. Um, you also stated so many newbies hitting me up who need a closer, gator, lender, buyer, etc., as well as those who are them as well. So if you have people that's hitting you up for like gator lenders or they need gator funding or they need a closer, look, why don't I don't know the specific rules about like charging someone some type of a fee or getting receiving a gift from them um, for like a compensation or something like that. But if somebody need a gator lender and you can connect them, why don't you get a connection fee? Hey, I'll connect you with this gator that I know.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
connect you
called
with a closer that
Gator
I know.
Wrestling.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you have a closer, let's just say you bring that person to Damien. Tell Damien, hey bro, look, I'll bring you a deal. If it's a good deal, throw me like buy me a bike at Walmart, or what I'm saying, buy me a new
Yeah.
a new iPhone 8 or something like that. I know there's like certain rules, but um, maybe give me a gift card at GameStop. Y'all getting the hint, man.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
just be real.
No,
But
100%.
but that'll be a good way for you to come in and like actually monetize it. You know, if you got connections, you know people, why don't you just connect them? If you're not doing deals, that'd be a great way to do this stuff. I had someone, they charged me to make a connection to their multifamily lender, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll pay you that. What are you looking for? He said, give me, I'm looking to buy this car for 5 grand. Throw me $5,000. I said, I'll just buy you the car, bro. How about I do that? It's like, all right, deal. And I got connected to this multifamily lender, and now we're on a multifamily Zoom almost every day, Monday through Friday.
That's what's up. Joe, if you got anybody that needs a gator lender, let me know because I'm gator lending all this year. Like I literally just did two. What's today? 11th. It was on the 7th. Did two on the same day. So let me know if you're trying to gator lend and you need a gator wrestler. I'll definitely cut you in on the fee or however we want to work that out. Let me know. That'd be dope. Cool. Let me see. Paperwork. Oh yeah. So I do want to touch on this real quick too. Whenever
What is
you are
that?
connecting or whatever you're doing, and you don't have anything in contracts, you don't have anything written, don't have anything written or nothing like that, and that you didn't get paid or compensated or whatever the case is, whatever you guys agreed upon, man, charge it to the game. Don't go back and whine and call out in the community. I've been seeing people do that all the time. Cry about like, oh, this person did this to me, and okay, did you get it writing? If you didn't, charge it to the game, bro. Like that's just how it is, and that's just being straight up. Like it, like everybody got screwed over at some point in real estate. Not everybody, but a lot of people have, and it sucks. It does, and it that could have been like your last like lifeline, like pay rent or something like that. Man, it happens. So you just got to charge those to the game and just make sure next time take it as a lesson. It's not a mistake. It's a lesson. You're moving forward from it, and just charge it to the game. So yeah, make sure you get everything in writing. If you don't, then that's your fault. I do want to make sure that I haven't done a wholesale. Uh, yeah, hit me up, bro. That's genius. I'm just clicking on these. I'm not even reading them at first. I agree. I can't. Let's talk. I agree. Learn abundance and mindset. Yeah. Okay. I did actually have a hard stop today at 8, but like there were such good questions, I couldn't stop. Um, is there anybody else before like all minds clear? Anybody else have any more point of questions about excuses, about hurdles, how to get over hurdles? I mean, Jabs, you got anything else you want to talk to about?
No, my Mima over here is tearing my kids up, so I probably got to put a hard stop on this one.
That's your support, anyways. There you go. No, but man, closing words, man. I think it's just, I think that, yeah, just excuses, man. It's everybody got them, man, and it's up to you if you wanna hold on to that and make it the reason why you're stagnant, you're not moving. Um, I mean, that's just you. So if you quitting too early, or if um, you're what's some other things like you're just settling with being okay, cool, let that be you. But me personally, I can't be around people like that. Like that's just messing up my own circle. Um,
Hmm.
not being open to ideas. Stop comparing yourself to other people and their success because social media is fake, bro.
Hmm.
Social media is fake. Like, so stop comparing yourself. Stop thinking you're missing out. Stop having that FOMO. Just take action. I know everybody be saying it, but take action and mess up. Please mess up. And then whenever you have a problem, bring it to us and let us know how to fix it. Let me see. How are your agents calling usually going? So, Joe, I actually just started back my agent calling as of like this month. Um, I had to fix one of my other businesses I was doing, but I just started heading my agent calls, so they're going actually really well. I'm about to start posting my calls actually again on social media to kind of let everybody know how that goes. But my KPIs, what I'm doing is I'm doing 30 a day, 30 actually conversations a day. So not like I'm making 30 calls, like I'm having 30 conversations. And these are on market, off market, past relationships, just everybody. So as long as I'm getting 30 extra conversations in, that's what I'm going for. And then I'm trying to make at least 5 offers a day. So far for the last
Nice.
11 days, I've been on point. We got like 2 deals under contract, and that's included the game lending ones. So we working, man. I like it so far. I like it. I like it. Oh dang. Jazz, you want this one? I
I
was about
actually
to
got
hop
a
off. Yeah, I was about to say.
yeah, I got a
Well,
hop
save
off.
it for next week, bro. We got you, bro. But appreciate you for showing up. Save it for next week, or DM us, and yeah, DM us. Save it for next week, and we'll see you next week, man.
All right, bro.
All right.